So what we found was at the beginning of this pandemic, the global supply chain for healthcare materials was heavily compromised. And the entire market for these materials shifted from being sold by the lowest bidder to being purchased by the highest bidder. And that pivot in this industry is what essentially collapsed the entire global supply chain.
There was a realization how tied up our supply chain was to specific manufacturing concentrated in China or elsewhere.
There are well-documented cases of materials being thrown away because what had been purchased was very much purchased as a reaction.
Our healthcare systems depend upon personal protective equipment, and we will see what the results of that disruption will be in the coming years.
It's only when you live through it that you realize how important it is for public health and safety to have the right equipment in place, the right technology in place, and the right business systems in place.
The pandemic only really underscored the need for a better supplier. The two key components of Maitri Health Technologies business is domestic supply chain and technology. Global forecasts for PPE pre-pandemic numbers were over $65 billion. Post-pandemic numbers are most likely north of $100 billion over the next 5 years. For investors, Maitri Health Technologies represents an opportunity to be involved in an organization that is not only addressing the largest market opportunity of our generation, but also to affect positive change in our society. We have launched our business with local suppliers here in Canada. Our long-term goal is to take that model and onshore into other countries as we export Maitri Health's business. Our board is made up of former big pharma executives, ministers of health, government policy, physicians. Our advisory is made up of some of the foremost experts in global supply chain for healthcare and for infectious diseases. There's not going to be a lack of need of materials when this pandemic has run its course. And for the first time that I've ever seen in my career, businesses are in true jeopardy. If there isn't a new way of doing all of this, then this is going to continue as a cycle over and over again. Maitri Health is the only company delivering a complete platform of materials and technology for the future.